Hi guys, welcome to Neptuna Tarot. My name is Cassidy, and I am so grateful that you guys clicked on today. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. So today we are going to be doing the topic, what's the gossip on you? I know you guys are some nosy biatches and you want to know what is being said about you. So I'm gonna give it to you. If this is what you guys want to hear, I'm gonna give it to you. You know, people's choice. This is what you want, and I am serving it up very hot for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. We have 3 different piles to choose from. Pile number 1, you guys shuffled dragons, slay them all. Alright, pile 1. Pile number 2, you guys shuffled mural, be your own first priority. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and pile number 3, you guys shuffled voyage. You already have all the answers. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. Just a little disclaimer, guys. Do not take these messages personal. Just remember, this is a bunch of hot air that other people are saying. You know, just because somebody has an opinion, just like booty holes, everybody's got them, right? Everyone's got an opinion, and you do not need to take it to heart. So if any of these messages are hurting your feelings, triggering you, just remember that I think when people gossip and say like really harsh, horrible things about you or other people, it's more a reflection of how they feel about themselves, okay? So just keep that in mind. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your support. As always, if you need more help deciding which pile is for you, check the description box for shuffled songs with each pile, as well as you can get in touch with me with the information in the description box for personal readings. All right, love you guys so much. See you at your pile. Bye. Hi there, pile number 1s. You guys chose the Dragons card. Slay them all. So what's the gossip on you? There's a lot being said Okay, I do want to make that very clear. There it goes. Confirmation. There's a lot being said, and I think that it is a mixture of good and bad things that are being said. Of course, it's not all one opinion, you know. Not everybody agrees with the negative commentary, but not everybody's agreeing with the positive commentary. It seems very even keel, and it just kind of depends. Like, I think that you are a really polarizing person. Like, your effect on people is either they get it, they love you, or they do not understand you at all, and they're almost repulsed kind of in a sense, because, you know, people often fear, I feel like, and also demonize things that they cannot understand. So I just feel like you have a polarizing effect on people. They either love you, they hate you, just depends. It depends on the way that they are perceiving you, truly. Like, it depends on if they can really understand your personality. It's almost like you have a very strong personality, okay? Especially with the sun energy here. Like, I think that you draw a lot of attention. You could be a Leo, sun, moon, rising, but you pull a lot of the attention. And I think that for some of you guys here, you are performers in some way. Like, maybe some of you guys dress up, or like do your hair and makeup, your clothing style is very, very unique. It sets you apart from other people around you. And I just feel like the gossip is that you pull a lot of attention. Whether you want this attention or not, people look at you. People feel like you're different. There's something unique about you. There's something that sets you apart from the crowd. I was also just getting this energy here. Not everybody's gonna get the reference, but I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was rewatching season 11. And with this energy, it's giving me Evie Oddly, okay? She is a Leo, and you know, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. I think it did come out quite a while ago, but even so, I won't spoil it for you. But basically, like, she just has this effect on people where I feel like they either just get her drag or they don't get her drag. Very conceptual person, highly, highly creative, highly intelligent. And you know, not all of her ideas are executed perfectly. Like, for example, Snatch Game. She really bombs hard on one of the challenges, you know? And so it's almost like people are gossiping, and I feel like what they're trying to look for, they are looking for like weaknesses. Like, I think you shine so brightly that it definitely is that energy, Taylor Swift lyric, people throw rocks at things that shine. Like, people just want to, I feel like, come for you because there's a lot of misunderstanding. You could also have really strong opinions, okay? And so because of these strong opinions, I think that people gossip and they take offense possibly to your opinions. Like, I think you could have an energy where people feel hurt by the things that you have said, you know, kind of like the sun, fire, Leo energy. You know, sometimes it burns. Sometimes, you know, you get too close to the sun and it burns. So I feel like people are looking to you as a fighter, you know, with this weapon here, with the sword. And also with the leg here, like some of you people could be gossiping about a disability or gossiping about something that, like a health kind of issue that you might be struggling with or dealing with, mental illness as well, like something that has definitely not been easy for you. So people do recognize that you have been through a lot of turmoil, you have put up a fight, but it's almost like I'm getting this energy where people feel like you've lost a sense of softness. Like people are gossiping and saying that with the Six of Cups here in reverse, like you need to kind of reconnect with who you were as a child. Like maybe you were very soft and sweet and kind, and it's like now you're coming through as more cutthroat, okay? More of this slay them all energy. And it's like there are certain people who are gossiping and saying, I miss who this person used to be when they were a kid, which I really just want you guys to be careful, because it's like some abusers will only remember the version of you that they had the most power over. Like that's the version of you that they want you to be in. So for some of you guys, like, you know, even though they're gossiping saying this, it's only because it benefited them. So just keep these things in mind. It doesn't mean that you're just like this cold, cutthroat bitch, you know? It could be that this, whoever is gossiping and saying these things, they could have been part of the reason that you have become more cutthroat, right? Because of their treatment, because of certain things that you've experienced firsthand. Yeah, with this Five of Wands, you guys are a fighter. People are saying you're a fighter. People are gossiping though and saying that you always have drama or you always have conflict. Take it with a grain of salt. People are also gossiping saying that you're very competitive. Like, you know, it's funny, I was channeling, you know, with RuPaul's Drag Race, it's almost like a competition. Like you want to be the number one, you know, you want to be crowned the queen here. And it's so funny because if you know the season with Evie Oddly, then you know what happens with Evie Oddly. If you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, with this Five of Wands, it's like people just, they're seeing a lot of this fire. And I think that it's actually scaring away some people. Like people that are easily intimidated, people that lack confidence, people that like to have power over other people. I think that they're just gossiping about how headstrong you are, how much of a fighter you are, because they're intimidated and they're scared, honestly. These are people that are scared of you gossiping. I'm hearing poke the bear. Yeah, mama? What? Poke the bear? Sorry, she's meowing. Yeah, I'm hearing poke the bear. It's like people kind of feel like with you, like you have these strong opinions, you draw a lot of attention, like you're just a super strong personality. Like I said, you're gonna love it or hate it. And so people just, like people I feel like who are not used to confrontation, people who are not used to blunt honesty, people who are like, and not in like a harsh, mean way, but like a, just an honesty, maybe that's like a, what's it called? Constructive criticism. Like I feel like that's the honesty that you might present with, but it's like people are taking these things personal. People take what you say to heart. And so I think that's what happens. That's where the disconnect is. It's like people either understand your intention, which is to, you know, like, what is the saying? I always forget the saying, but I always think of the saying. Like iron polishes iron or something. It's like iron sharpens iron or something like that. Like silver, something sharpens silver. I'm saying it wrong, but it's basically like we are making each other better, especially through honesty, you know, through being able to communicate, and even also understanding that everybody has different opinions. But it's like those people that are taking it personal, I feel like they really are seeing you as like this heartless, ruthless, cold, calculated, competitive person. And what I think people don't see, or what people are gossiping about, is they're gossiping about your home life. They are gossiping about your family. They're gossiping about financial issues that you faced throughout your life, or you could currently be facing. They're talking about poverty. You could have experienced poverty, and just having basically no financial literacy taught to you. Like having no understanding of how to build security for yourself here with this Ten of Pentacles. Like these are very toxic mindsets when it comes to the tool of money. So people are gossiping, saying that you've been taught a lot of scarcity. You've been taught a lot of like bad habits when it comes to finances, and it comes from family. They could also be gossiping about the fact that your family is struggling financially, if it's not you. With this Three of Cups in reverse, I think people are trying to like hide the fact that they're gossiping about this. Like people are really trying to be secretive about this gossip, but they are definitely gossiping about a friend group here. It could have been a friend group of up to 3 people, and they are gossiping about how this group of people is very gossipy. Like it's funny, I feel like this is the gossip within the gossip. Okay, it's kind of like these 3 people are known to be extremely gossipy, and it's almost like people are trying to hide the fact that they're gossiping about these 3 people. And it's like these 3 people are gossiping heavily about you and your family. I think that it could even be this friend group that is saying, that's taking these things personal and seeing you as this like cold, calculated, competitive person here. I'm hearing attention seeker with the Sun. Like they really feel like you are seeking or craving attention in some way with the Sun. Like I said, I think that you just naturally get attention whether you want it or not. But with this Three of Cups in reverse, like people are gossiping about the fact that you had a very toxic friend group here, or you're in a toxic friend group right now. That these people are very like gossipy, bitchy. They do not have each other's back. They will gossip about each other. They will backstab each other here. There's just a lot of fakeness. There's a lack of loyalty here. It's just like individualism. And I think that also people could be gossiping and saying that these 3 people are projecting a lot of this like gossip onto you. Like it's actually, you know, they're speaking about themselves kind of energy, but they're trying to pin it onto you. So bottom of the deck, I find it really interesting because we have this Pisces energy, and we also have the Emperor here. So I feel like this is some more positive energies, but it's so weird because I feel like it's kind of hidden. Like you might be hearing more of the bad stuff, honestly. You could be focused more on the negative gossip, but just know that even though it might not be people that are like saying this straight to your face, and I just saw 444 on the timer, like people are not saying this to your face, because I feel like these people really believe in you, and they are gossiping about how stable you are and how like smart you are, how logical you are. They feel like you're a leader, that you're a boss, like you could even run a business. You could be, yeah, like in charge of a group. You could just be a really good example for other people, a leader, like I said. Like, people just look to you with the Sun, the Emperor, with this dragons here. It's almost like people feel like you will fight for them. If you are loyal to them, like, you will fight for them. But for some reason, it's like, I do still get that energy of intimidation here. 9 of Cups. Like, some people actually see you as wish fulfillment. Okay, people are gossiping about how you are wish fulfillment. Like, some people are really putting you on that pedestal, like, whereas other people are like throwing you into the trash. There's the other people that are putting you on the pedestal there and saying, like, this person is my dream best friend, this person is my dream partner, this person is my dream coworker. I don't, you know, like, I want to work with this person. Like, you just have this strong freaking personality that it's like people either want to trash you so hard because they just don't get it. And then there's these other people who are like obsessed with you and love you and respect you and are gossiping about how you're like a dream come true. Like, yeah, like, genuinely, like, wish fulfillment. Like, some people would be losing their mind just to like get to have conversations with you and get to spend more time with you, see you open up, get to know who you are behind this like warrior as well, this fighter, this leader. Like, they want to see that vulnerability. But it's like they respect it. They respect it. Like, they respect your position first and foremost. So they understand that this is going to be reserved for the people closest to you. So that could be like there's some outsiders or something, like people that are really nervous to like talk to you. Like, these are could be fans or like, yeah, like people very intimidated by you, people that want to get closer to you but just don't know how. And with this Pisces energy as well, you know how I was saying this is Evie Oddly? Like, to me, this is giving Brooklyn Heights. Okay, she is a Pisces, and you know, she was a finalist as well as Evie. Okay, both of them were finalists. So I just feel like there's such a respect. Like, people feel like you are a powerful competitor, a powerful fighter. They see how strong you are. They see how fiery, passionate you are. They see the strong personality here. But with this Pisces, once again, this is about pulling back the layer, pulling back the mask. This is really interesting because for me personally, like, I'm a Leo rising, right? And to me, the rising is the first impression. It's the mask that we wear to present ourselves to the world. So I just kind of get this energy of like, people see what you're presenting out to the world. They love it. But since this is bottom of the deck energy, this is more hidden. People are gossiping about how they want to see who you really are, like, on the inside. Like, my Pisces, like, I have a Pisces sun, so that would be, you know, my soul, like, bearing my soul and not playing this performer sun energy role that sometimes I think people perceive that that's all that's there. Like, I feel like people want to see that emotional side. They also want to know more about your spirituality here. There's a mysticism. People could also be gossiping about like the shadow side of you, where it's like addictions and delusion as well, like fantasy kind of energy, where you could get in your head a little bit, like with this strong personality. Yeah, it's like wanting to see that more sensitive side. And underneath that, we have Mars in reverse. So it's like they want you to put down the warrior. They want you to put down the fighter energy. They want you to stop fighting. They just want to see who you truly are, like the authentic, raw version of yourself, okay? Like, people are gossiping about wanting to see that side of you, wanting you to open up. I feel like this is such an even keel pile. Like, I don't know why I keep wanting to say that, where it's just like, boom, boom, they love you, they hate you. You know, and I just feel like that's life, is like, people love you or hate you. Let's get some more gossip. What's the gossip on my pile number 1? What is the gossip? Pile number 1. Like, you guys could be entertainers, like singers, actors, musical theaters, also what I'm getting. With the sun energy, you know, it's like you just were meant to be on the stage. There's just something about your energy where it's like people are going to look at you. People want to see you perform. People want to see you bare your soul on stage. It's like they already know you can shine. So they're just gossiping about, is there more behind that shine, behind that fire? Like, can they give us water? You know, can they give us that emotion? What's the gossip? And these can be kind of harsh, okay? So if you don't want to listen to these might kind of be harsh. Okay, we have haunted, memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. Once again, I was talking about disabilities, I was talking about mental illness. There's something that has definitely given you that edge, given you that struggle, given you that story. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people are gossiping about how they can see how your trauma has affected you, that you might come off as defensive, or you might come off as very protective of your energy because of what you've experienced in the past. Also with this, you know, fake friend group, with this unstable family energy here, it's like people do get a sense of like you are haunted. Like, there's a part of you that is a fighter because you're still kind of there in the fight. You know, I'm getting a little trigger warning. I'm getting a little like PTSD energy. But people are also gossiping about like the memories that they have with you. Like, I think that people are gossiping about how they have a lot of flashbacks of like moments that were like, for some reason or another, they were very profound. Like, people are gossiping about how they've had profound memories with you that like actually meant a lot to them. What's the gossip? To the point where they feel haunted a little bit. Uninterested. Once again, that cold bitch energy. People are gossiping, saying you're not interested. You're just this cold bitch. And it's kind of giving me that Brooklyn Heights energy where it's like people really did not want to see deeper. Like, they were just like, oh, she's the queen of the north. Like, cold energy, cold energy. She doesn't care. But I do get an energy that Brooklyn was very present and was, you know, I don't think her intentions were bad for the other queens, honestly. But yeah, maybe she was just focused on the competition, focused on what she needed to do. And I feel like that's what people are gossiping about, is that you have other things to do. You're not interested. You have other people to talk to, other, you know, other things that you can be using your time with that's like you would prefer to be doing over maybe making friends with them or talking to them. Or yeah, it's like people are gossiping about like, oh, I invited them, but they weren't interested. Like, oh, I messaged them, but yeah, they never got back to me. They weren't interested, I guess. Or, oh, I hit on this person. You know, I slid into their DMs, but they weren't interested. Like, people are gossiping about how they feel rejected by your energy. Like, they feel like you almost feel like you don't have time for others. What's the gossip on my pile ones? What is the gossip? What's the gossip? Marrying for money. Interesting. Once again, cold, heartless bitch. Like, there are people that are, and I find it funny that it landed with this 3 of Cups energy, right? It's like this friend group could definitely be gossiping and saying that you're marrying for money. Especially with this 10 of Pentacles, it's like if you have come from a household that was very financially unstable, it's like they're taking that as an excuse of like, oh, well, since this person you know, grew up without providers or without like financial stability, they're definitely going to marry for those reasons. Like, I don't know, it's interesting. People are gossiping and saying that what I'm getting is like they think that you are so into yourself, that you're so heartless, you don't care about anybody else, that you're only going to marry somebody who like is of benefit to you, that can help you like accomplish your dreams, your goals. Like, these are people gossiping and saying like you're a user, basically. They're saying that you use the people that, and that's why you're uninterested in probably whoever's gossiping, right? Like, they weren't into me because I guess I wasn't giving them anything beneficial, you know what I mean? Like, they couldn't use me, is what I'm hearing. See, that's what I mean. It's like, that's harsh. Like, how can they know that? How can they know what's in your heart? You know what I mean? Like, if you are with somebody, and let's say this person is financially well off, who's to say that you don't actually love that person? You know what I mean? Like, that's the conclusion that I think people, that whoever's gossiping is jumping to. They're jumping to these conclusions here. Queen rising. Yep. Told you guys. You have this spotlight. It says stepping into power, praised, coming up, spotlight. Look at this. The sun. It's just, it's undeniable. Like, you just draw so much attention that I feel like it's obviously going to draw a lot of haters. It's going to draw a lot of people that do not want to see you shine, do not want to see you in this power. And I feel like they will come up with anything to basically defame your character, to basically assume that they know your intentions, assume that they know your shadow side, you know what I mean? And they just feel that they have the right almost to be gossiping about these things. Like, oh guys, like, they could be seeing you getting more and more attention, you know, really stepping into that power, and it terrifies them. They were already scared of you, and now it's like that power is being harnessed in a way that is truly beneficial for you. And these are the people that are gossiping negatively. They don't want to see things that are beneficial for you, period. Like, shit, we have the Emperor, we have Queen rising, we have the Sun and Dragon slay them all. Like, you are a powerful bitch. You are a powerful MF, okay? Like, do not let any of this petty, shitty gossip get to you. Because I feel like you've been through so much already that it's like, the bottom of the deck, yeah, played out in reverse. I feel like they can't play you out anymore. They can't play games with you. They can't play you out. They can't make you look. I feel like they want to humiliate you. The people that are gossiping, they want to humiliate and say that you are this heartless bitch, just a bitch, you know? But it's like, I think you're just not on the same level. Like, you're on a different level. Boom. And they're mad as hell. So that's what I have for you, pile number ones. Actually, I'm going to read you the message here from the book. Number 6, this is just a message for you, okay? From Spirit. Dragons slay them all. When the heart is involved, people don't always have the best intentions. They will pretend they're good for you, only for you to find out they're toxic or even abusive. The time has come to face your dragons, and you must slay them before they slay you. Of course, don't literally slay them, but make sure they know you won't stand for their mistreatment. And I find it funny that I was getting so worked up at the end. I'm like, you know, these are just fucking hating ass, mad bitches. You know, like I was just like it was upsetting me because I'm seeing somebody stepping up into power, and people, it's like people throw rocks at things that shine. But yeah, I think that you're doing a really fantastic job on your own of standing up for yourself. So never ever like feel ashamed for what you've had to do to keep fighting. I support you, pile ones. I love you so much. I really hope that these messages resonated with you. I hope this is what you needed to hear in this moment. If they were helpful, if you enjoyed the reading, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Until next time, guys, I am sending you all the best love, light, protection, blessings. All right, so mote it be. Love you guys. Till next time. Bye. Hi there, pile number twos. You guys chose the mural card. Be your own first priority. Absolutely love this energy. Okay, first of all, great choice, great choice. Wow. I don't know what is going on. Are we still in Mercury retrograde? I'm not sure. But damn, like I just feel like people are, you know, they're coming for you. They are coming for you. What I'm seeing, what this is actually giving me, is giving me the energy of somebody who set their first boundary. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody who is like definitely didn't have the knowledge beforehand in order to set those boundaries to protect themselves, and now that they do have that knowledge, they're finally implementing it. I keep laughing, guys. Like I do get this like very jovial energy from you. Like people are saying that you're happier. People are saying that you could be like smiling more, you could be laughing more. There is something about your energy here that people feel is, what's the word? It's like more prioritized. Yeah, like you've prioritized yourself so much that it shows. It's starting to show physically. So people are gossiping and saying, wow, like this person looks great, you know, their hair looks great, the clothing choices that they're making, I feel like really expresses their style and who they are as a person. And I feel like you could even be partaking in like creative endeavors. I don't know, like if you guys create art, like visual art specifically. I'm also getting like writers, poetry, songwriters, but just like kind of like a quiet creativity. There's like a quiet, you have a quiet power. I don't know if you guys are very quiet or not, but I feel like there's something about your energy where people are saying you're very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, like you have a fantastic presentation. There's something about your presentation where people find you to be very put together, very detailed, very thought out. Like it's fleshed, okay? It's a fleshed out idea. Yeah, so, you know, those are some good things that people are saying, but I do feel that really nasty energy where it's like you have become more private. Okay, so I think that's why these cards are not revealing themselves right now, is because this is like more private gossip. I feel like this is like you're like a closer inner circle that knows more about you. Okay, so it's like this is like more general gossip from the outside looking in, acquaintances, strangers, like people that don't really know you very well, or people that are offended by the fact that you're having boundaries, which you could have set boundaries with these people, okay, like specifically these people that are on the outskirts now. It's like they feel very left out, they feel like they don't know what's going on, they don't know your business, like they can't gossip, they can't partake in the inner circle gossip here. So there is a frustration. And because of that frustration, I do get this energy. Like, what is this on this card? I'm sorry. I do get this energy here where people, since you are quiet, people are like putting words in your mouth. Okay, there is a lot of assumption. There is a lot of coming to their own conclusions about you because you don't directly like say it, or you might be quiet, more reserved, okay, more shy, more to yourself. And so people are kind of taking that shy energy and they're putting that intention of this person thinks that they're better than us. Remember, you're very polished, you're very detailed, you put yourself first, you take care of yourself, you're pampered. Okay, and it's coming off to people. Specifically, I feel like people pleasers or people who do not have those boundaries for themselves. They're wanting to call you selfish. They're wanting to call you spoiled. They're wanting to say that you think that you are better than everybody else. And that's why you don't like talk to everybody. That's why you're quiet. When I think you're just like a naturally quiet person, it's just that these people don't get that close enough to actually know you. So they're just making these assumptions. And so this could even be why you set boundaries with these people, is because they were trying to call you selfish when it came to your boundaries. Like with this Queen of Wands, like they want, I'm getting this energy of them wanting to say that you're mean, or that you are like, you think very highly of yourself, like arrogance. And then with this Nine of Wands here, with this being reverse, yes, these people are saying that you have, like you have put your walls up so high that it's like they're calling you high and mighty. I'm hearing the song High Horse by Casey Musgraves. It's like, oh, you think you're so great, you know, get off your high horse. Like these are people who want you to not have boundaries. Like these are people who want you to let your guard down, let them treat you however they want, let them probably communicate with you, you know, overstep boundaries. They want, that's what they want, is they feel like if people have treated them like that, then people should still treat you that way, because they don't know how to set boundaries, right? It's like they don't have that knowledge, and so it's like they see it as somebody being cruel and selfish and like, or like just very disconnected, like having a wall up. Interesting. So I don't really care about what these people have to say. I feel like these are like outsiders. These are people that you have probably set boundaries with. These are people that don't even really know you. So I really wouldn't worry about that, gossip. But let's go ahead and see what's the inner tea. Oh, look at that. That you have a heart of fucking gold. The inner gossip is that you actually care. That you genuinely do have such a loving, generous soul and spirit. And it's almost like people feel like you have a mission in your life almost to like be this loving person. Like you make it your mission to spread this love, to give your heart out to people. But I do get that reserved energy. You see how it's like I'm just seeing the armor, okay? Like people say that you have this armor around your heart because you know how sensitive you are, honestly. Like you have this big gushing heart, and it's like if you get past my armor, I will wear that heart on my sleeve, but I'm not going to just be vulnerable for anybody. Like I need to have some level of trust before I just give you this unconditional love. So let's keep going. Oh wow, that is interesting. That is beautiful. I feel like your inner circle genuinely loves, respects you. Your inner circle sees you as somebody who's very calm and responsible. They see you as somebody who is also focused on financially providing for yourself. I feel like they see you as a really hard worker. Like you have a great work ethic. You also have such a brilliant eye for detail here. Like people, if you create art, people are amazed by your art. People have so much love and respect for you. Pile number 2. I knew this was like gonna be the golden pile. Like I knew that this was gonna be the pile that had like a lot of good things that were being said about you. Like I just feel like you are finally showing the world who you really are with this mural. Like you're finally in this safe enough space where you have set the boundaries that you needed to in order to feel safe and protected and to really thrive in your own energy. And so now that you're really thriving, it's like people are really getting to see who you are. And it's beautiful. It's somebody polished. It's somebody detail oriented, somebody with this huge loving heart who has a mission. Like I feel like my pile number 2 is like you guys have this mission. You are on a mission of love and stability, to spread love and to create this stability, foster this stability in your life. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. What else are people saying? Oh my goodness. Like they're saying a lot about who you are as a person. And it's funny because so are the people on the outside. But you see how they don't know you at all? Like I literally, before I unveiled them, I'm like, I really don't care what these people on the outside are saying because they don't know you. They have no idea who you truly are and how you show up for your loved ones, the people who respect your boundaries, the people who support you and accept you for who you are, who are open and receptive to seeing what you can do when you are truly supported and thriving. Fuck, it's so beautiful. Venus energy. So people are also gossiping about your beauty. They could also be gossiping about your love life, okay? Yeah, with this Knight of Cups, there could be an offer soon when it comes to your love life. I don't know if somebody's going to ask you to be a partner, like boyfriend, girlfriend, if they're going to ask you to get married. Like there's an energy of somebody making an offer when it comes to love. Okay, so people are gossiping about a love offer, but they're just saying that you are very attractive. Like people could be gossiping about how a lot of people have a crush on you. A lot of people are curious about you. I think that now that you have set boundaries and become more protected, I think that you have become even more attractive. Like I said, you take really good care of yourself. And so because you're taking such a good care of yourself, it shows. And I think it's just developed like where people are intrigued and like wanting to know more, having crushes on you. Like people could be gossiping and saying that you have a lot of options in love. With the 16 going into a 7, I feel really drawn, and yep, I felt drawn to the numerology, and now I'm looking at this numerology. We have the 25, break it into a 7, so we have 7 7. There's something very spiritual about your energy as well. Like people feel that you are on the right path. People are gossiping about how you are on your path, the right path. You are being authentic to your true self. You're taking a really fantastic fucking good job of like taking care of yourself. Sorry, that was couldn't get that out. And just people are just saying how attractive you are. It's giving that energy of like someone blooming, okay, like a blooming energy. It's like people weren't really paying attention as it was growing, but once it was in that bloom, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's just undeniable how beautiful your energy has just grown to become. It's like people finally see it. People are finally recognizing, like, damn, like this person was quiet. This person was kind of, I feel like the wallflower, okay? But it's almost like you have finally gotten off of the wall, or you've made a mural on the wall. Bottom of the deck, exactly, we have Queen of Swords. People are gossiping and saying that you are living in your truth. Like you are so honest. You are very authentic. Like people are just gossiping about how you value justice, you value the truth. And there's just like a general sense where people are like, yeah, this is a good person. I feel like these outsiders, they're just really upset that they don't have like a place in your life. They feel upset that you maybe don't feel safe around them. They just feel really hurt. They're taking it very personal that you do not let them in. But so that's where they're seeing you as like, they're gossiping and saying that you are, you know, arrogant and think you're too good for everybody. But it's just, in reality, you know who you are. You know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you're going to be honest about that. You're going to be honest when somebody crosses your boundary. You're going to be honest when somebody isn't making you feel safe, doesn't make you feel safe, and has shown a pattern of that. You know, I think that you trust yourself a lot. People are gossiping and saying you trust yourself. All right, we also had this Capricorn energy, and I was taking it in reverse because I feel like people are gossiping and saying that you are breaking away from like society reputation, you know, like community reputation. Like you are choosing to put yourself first, whether or not a community thinks that that's the right thing to do. You know, it's like whether or not you have the support, you are supporting yourself, you are taking care of yourself. And it's like with this Capricorn, I feel like Capricorns can be very driven by like their reputation and like having a good reputation and like being very what's the word? Let me see here. Like being very like success focused, right? So all of the success is almost like just to validate, like just to get that validation from society, you know? And I feel like people are gossiping and saying that you are choosing yourself over this validation. Like, you don't need this validation from society. And I feel like just from being yourself, you're actually gonna get that you know, that recognition. It's funny, it's ironic. So let's go ahead and pull some what's the tea cards. Woo! These can be a little crazy, okay? These can be a little harsh, weird. Especially, I feel like there's some weirdos that are like very upset that they don't have access. So we will see what they're gossiping about. What's the gossip on pile 2? What is the gossip? Legal issues, okay. Court, judges, immigration, lawyers. Interesting. I'm actually hearing divorce. You could be suing somebody or getting a divorce. There could be some kind of legal issues where it's like you're standing up for yourself, or you're putting yourself first, no matter how maybe like a family or a community will look at this. It's like you're choosing yourself. Like, there could have been things going on in the background that you didn't speak up about. Remember, you're very quiet. There's like this quiet energy that became strong, you know, at some point bloomed, and, you know, I feel like you finally started standing up for yourself, setting those boundaries. So you could have taken it to court, honestly. You could have taken it to court. Some people are gossiping and saying that you would make a really great lawyer or a really great judge. I feel like you have a very fair Libra energy here. Like, you would be a really great judge. Or like someone that they would trust when it comes to like legal issues. Like, they would trust your opinion. Honestly, I'm not feeling these. I know that happens sometimes. Like, it's just when my energy isn't focused. So what is the gossip, please, on pile number 2? Queen rising. Yeah. Stepping into power, praised, coming up, spotlight. Exactly. Like, I just feel like you are stepping into that power. Like, you really are finally discovering self-empowerment, you know, putting yourself first and not feeling guilty about that, not feeling selfish about that. Like, it's okay. Like, somebody taught you that the safest thing to do was to be in the background. Like, when you were younger, for some reason you felt safest not being seen. And so I feel like that's changing, where it's like you finally are accepting that everyone has a voice, everyone has a story, everybody deserves to be seen. And I feel like you're giving that to yourself. You're giving that gift to yourself, where you're like, you deserve to be seen. Kissing ass. And you see how it landed? Yeah, it's landed with this Queen of Wands. It's like, these are the people in the outskirts that are like, they think you're like perfect, like Linda Evangelista, okay? Like, you know, they just see this as fake. Like I said, these are the people that don't know you very well. The people who know you, they know who you are. They know what your intentions are. They're willing to see you for who you truly are and give you the credit where it's due. But it's like, these people on the outskirts, they don't want to give you that credit. They don't want to say that you're a queen. They don't want to say that you're powerful, that you should be praised. They would rather say that, oh, this person just got to this place because they're a goody two-shoes. Like, I'm hearing kissing ass. They're just so arrogant and into themselves that it's like they think they're perfect. They think they're better than us. Like, I just keep getting that energy where it's like people just want to paint you in like a selfish light. So it's like they feel like you are not being honest when you are being kind. They don't believe you when you are being helpful and generous, because it's probably people who are not generous themselves, right? Oh, there's two. I just need one, please, Spirit. Just one. I just saw 2222 on the timer. We have reflecting. People are gossiping, saying that you have taken a lot of time to reflect on your situation, to reflect on what is the best choice for you to make in this situation. And I feel like people, they are gossiping about how proud they are. Yeah, they're very proud of you for being able to start a new chapter, for being able to stand up for yourself, to being able to love on yourself, empower yourself. I feel like you did have to like set boundaries with people, move on from people. You had to say goodbye to people, thank you next. And people are taking that personally. Thank you next. Thank you next. Like, and that's kind of like the energy that I'm seeing is like, you know how people talk so badly about Ariana Grande, especially like, I feel like when she was in that era of like, thank you next. It's like people just don't want to give you credit. Wolf in sheep's clothing, yeah. It's like they want to not believe that you have this heart of gold. They don't want to believe that you are this responsible. They want to like poke holes in like what they believe to be like not the truth. They feel like you're presenting as a sheep, but really you're like this wolf. And I feel like it's just because you walked away. Child services, okay, that doesn't make sense, I don't think. But we do have legal issues. So with child services, you could have even, I don't know, like maybe you like divorced and were taking the kids, you know what I mean? And it's like people are saying you're very selfish for doing that or something. So take what resonates there. Last message. Caught a case. Ooh. You see what I mean? Sexual infection, sexual disease. Like people are wanting to say, like come up with the worst stories. Oh my God. Yeah, people really want to like find your Achilles heel. People are gossiping about like nobody is this nice, nobody's this perfect, nobody's this generous, nobody's, you know, this beautiful. It's just people who can't give credit where credit's due, and they can't seem to want to share the spotlight kind of energy. It's like they feel like because you are shining, they have less room to shine, which is not true at all, you know? So that is all that I have for you, Pile 2s. I hope that this message was helpful. Hope it resonated with you. If it was, please give a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Until next time, love, light, protection, blessings. See you later. Bye. Alright, so actually, Pile 2s, before I let you go, let me read the message from the book for you. So it does say, whatever you are currently grappling with, you must put yourself first. When you're on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before you try to help your neighbor with theirs. That is to say, if you don't make sure your own energy bar is full, then you'll have no energy to give someone else. Be brave enough to admit when you need to take a step back from the demands of others and work on making sure you're okay. So I love you guys. I hope that was helpful. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, welcome. If you chose pile number 3 with Voyage, you already have all the answers. So what is the gossip on you? I just heard that you're a know-it-all. Like, you already have all the answers. We also have this Virgo energy, so people could be saying that you are a know-it-all, that you always kind of have the answer as well, that like you have a lot of knowledge, education, history, I don't know, just like pop culture references. Like you could also have a vast knowledge when it comes to like specific things like writers or musicians, you know, artists. But I just feel like you are very well-rounded. There is a lot of culture and information that like lives within you. Okay, like you have a beautiful wisdom and experience that people are talking about. But I do get a sense of like there are those that get annoyed by the fact that you seem to know a lot, that you have all this knowledge. And with the Virgo, it's like you might know a lot of useless details, okay? Like you could have an interesting wealth of knowledge, and so not everybody appreciates it, not everybody cares, not everybody, you know, respects it or is appreciative. And so there are those people that are gossiping and being like, God, this person talks too much, or they're a know-it-all, or this or that, right? Like they don't have any respect for this knowledge. They prefer probably like mindless shit, you know? Like who's dating who, whoop-de-doo, right? So which you might actually still know. And they hate that. They hate that you know probably gossip as well, or like you just tend to observe and have a lot of knowledge based on what's going on around you. Like you're very what's the word? Absorbent. Like a sponge. Okay, and with this Virgo here, people could be saying that you are nitpicky. People could be saying that you are somebody who has a high standard. And because of that high standard, it makes you judgmental. It makes you like critical of other people because you believe that they should be at a certain standard. And I feel like it's also because you put yourself to a very high standard, and people see that as well, as like you also hold yourself to the same standard. So, but those high expectations, it's like people either respect it or they don't. People either feel like it's an attack, or people feel like it is helpful in some way. With this Moon card, this is the one that came out first. People are saying that there is a secretive side to you. Like people feel like you don't always tell the full truth, or you don't always like tell your secrets or like open up. Like people feel like you might leave certain things out of conversation, just very secretive, private. It's not to say that you aren't social. Like I do get an energy of like you are very social, and you do love to have different kind of conversations, like especially intellectual conversations. But like you don't talk a lot, I feel like, about your personal life. Okay, like you don't talk about your relationship or your childhood, or you know what I mean, like your family or parents, or you just kind of stick to maybe small talk, or you know, like I said, random intellectual conversations. With this King of Cups being in reverse here, people feel like, yeah, you're not showing your full emotions. Like you're not being honest about how you feel. People could also be saying that you are having trouble in a relationship with someone, like someone isn't showing up as loving, like someone isn't showing up romantically, like somebody just isn't showing up pretty much, but you could be in a connection with this person. And so it's almost like there's like this repressed emotion here where it feels like you're not talking about how this is making you feel, like how your partner is making you feel. This could even be like a parent as well. King of Cups. You know, it is water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So like you could have a partner or a parent with these placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. But I do get a sense of like something is affecting your emotions, and there's like a denial or a repression of just like, I'm gonna distract myself, like the way she's looking at the map. Like, I'd rather distract myself than focus on whatever it is that's hurting me right now, which I do feel like it's somebody else and how they've been treating you. It's the lack of love. It's the lack of unconditional love from somebody in your life. Somebody very important to you, though. Like somebody that you're connected with is just disappointed you. And people are gossiping about how like this person isn't showing up for you in the way that you need. And then with the Strength in reverse, yeah, it's like it's creating a lot of weakened energy. Like I feel like you could be struggling with depression, like you could be struggling with some kind of mental illness, or like just struggling with the heartache of the situation. Like it's making you very weak in this energy, and it's like because of the denial you're still trying to act very strong. And I feel like people are gossiping and like saying like, I wish this person knew that like it's okay to not be okay, you know, like as cheesy as it is, it's okay to be weak, you know, like it's okay to not be strong all the time. And I feel like people are gossiping about how like you're such a know-it-all when it comes to like maybe more logical things, but when it comes to emotional, like people are saying that you do kind of lack that emotional intelligence, or like you don't really know how to handle your own emotions very well. Like you would rather ignore them, repress them, act like it doesn't hurt you, act like you don't care, act, you know, distract yourself, maybe study, read a book. Like you would rather do anything but look at the problem right now. So let's go ahead and see what else is hidden here. So what else are people gossiping about? Ooh, interesting. People could be gossiping about like your partner, like your partner looking elsewhere. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like your partner having a wandering eye. With this Five of Wands, it's almost like people are gossiping about the fact that you have been put into some kind of competition. People are feeling like you are argumentative. I feel like people feel that you're argumentative because of what you're going through. It's like you're grouchy, you know, you're passive aggressive, but it's like you don't want to actually talk about the problem, like what's actually going on, like what's actually creating this conflict. And so instead of focusing on the problem, people are gossiping and saying that you are kind of like taking it out on other people, like kind of being argumentative, you know what I mean? Like being not in the best mood, you know what I mean? Or like picking fights, or, you know, it's just like I keep seeing her face here. I don't know if like, and she just looks so like kind of grouchy, or just like annoyed or passive aggressive, like, you know, and that's just really reading into that. But it's like people feel like you're not okay and you keep pretending like you're okay, you know. Like people are like I wish this person wouldn't be so secretive. I wish this person would open up. I wish this person would talk through their problems. I wish this person would feel like safe enough to be vulnerable. Like, I feel like these are friends and family that are worried about you gossiping and like being like, I wish that this person wouldn't hold it all in. I wish this person wouldn't keep all of this to themselves. And with this Pluto in reverse, like, people are gossiping and saying like that you're scared of change. People are gossiping and saying that you have a fear of this transformation, of what it would look like if you really face this problem head on. Like, people are saying you're scared of the outcome. Like, you're very scared of your reality after the conflict, you know, is faced. Like, the outcome, what will it change? What will me confronting this problem, what will it change in my life? Like, there's a deep fear is what people are saying, a fear of change. You could have been taught, like, people are saying you could have been taught this by your family, like, to just don't, you know, like, don't say anything. Like, when you have a problem, just don't say anything, don't cause drama, don't cause issues. And so it's almost like there's this guilt, like, people feel like there's this guilt here of like feeling guilty for having a problem with something, feeling guilty for quote unquote creating drama, you know? Like, I'm hearing Elsa, like, don't let them in, don't let them see, be the good girl you're always supposed to be kind of energy. Bottom of the deck, we also have this King of Pentacles here. Interesting. People are worried that you could, if this is a partner or even a parent, like I said, this is somebody you care about deeply that just isn't reciprocating, that just isn't giving you the love and support that you really need. It's like people are saying that they wonder if you are financially reliant on these people, and that's why you are so scared of change. Like, people are wondering if you are scared you will lose your housing, you're scared you will like not have the finances to take care of yourself, you know? And I feel like specifically, like, people are like, damn, like, this person has the answers. Like, this person knows what they need to do, but they are just so scared to confront this problem. And people are just wondering, like, well, if this person has an emotional hold on this person, maybe they also have a financial hold. Ace of Wands. People are saying that you need to start thinking of ideas or like preparing now. Like, you should prepare beforehand before you take any impulsive actions. They're also saying you deserve to have new beginnings. You deserve to feel passionate and not stifled. Like, I just get a very stifled, repressed energy. And I feel like your friends and your family, like, they hate to see you like this. They really hate to see you stifled. What's the gossip on my pile? Oh, broke ass. So yeah, people could be feeling like you don't have the money, like you don't have the finances to support yourself, like you wouldn't be able to stand on your own 2 feet, and that's why you put up with some kind of half-ass support, because at least it's some support, right? Wow. It's like not willing to sacrifice something in order to get something better, you know, in order to get something that really satisfies your full needs. It's like just having that scarcity mindset of like, it'll never get better than this. I'm going to accept bare minimum. So people are gossiping saying you're accepting bare minimum because you need financial support from this person. Moves in silence. With the moon. I'm gonna put that with the moon. Yep. Like people feel like you are going to take your problems to the grave. Like people feel like you will never tell someone how you really feel. Hustling, okay. Interesting. So making it rain, focused on money, getting it. So people could be gossiping that you are trying to make some money right now. You could be hustling, but it's like in silent. Like maybe some people know about this, some people don't. But people feel like because you don't have maybe the financial means, that you're working, hustling, you're working to get there because you don't want to have to be reliant. So some of you guys, you could be kind of like already like pushing past this energy and like being like, okay, like I need to make a plan. I need to do what's best for me. I already know the answer. I already know I need to accept more than the bare minimum. So people are gossiping how, you know, they could be saying that you need to start hustling. Like if you haven't, like they could be like, you know, this person really needs to get their money together because then they would feel more empowered to do what's best for them. But it's like people just feel like you don't really want to take their advice. Like you're going to just kind of get defensive, unbothered. Yeah, it's like people are kind of saying that you pretend to be unbothered. Like you just kind of act like everything's fine. It's like if someone were to ask you like how you're doing, like you're gonna say everything's fine, everything's great, like I'm doing great. But it's like with this 5 of Wands under that, it's like there's that passive aggression where it's like people can tell it's not okay. Kissing ass. Yeah, it's like people feel like you're just like you're kind of in a trauma response, or like where it's like you grew up being told that your problems need to be minimized. Like, you know, if you have a problem with something, like don't speak up about it, don't make a scene, don't be dramatic, don't be this, don't be that. And so it's almost like you were taught that you need to be accepting whatever treatment, you know, from other people. Moving on. But people are talking about how they want to see you move on. They want to see you say thank you next to this, whoever this person is. I feel like these people, your loved ones, really are tired of this person in your life. Some of them, they don't even know that this is going on though. Like this is like gossip that it's like the one person who knows what's actually going on is like spreading this gossip to people who like I'm seeing surprised faces like, oh really? Like I had no idea that was going on. Just because of how private you are as a person. Like divination abuser. Interesting. People could be gossiping that you are looking externally for the answers. People could be gossiping and saying that you are almost looking, you could be hearing a tarot reading, right? Like trying to get some answers. So it's almost like you already know the answers, but it's like you keep digging, you keep kind of like abusing divination of like, until you get the answer that you're looking for, you know what I mean? It's like spirits telling you like you already know what to do, you already know, you have the answer, but people are saying that you keep kind of like questioning divine, looking for external guidance, or maybe even looking for somebody to tell you what to do, you know? Like a friend or some, like a tarot reader or something, like tell you how to move, tell you what to do in this situation, when it's like you need to look within and find that answer for yourself. In their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzed. Exactly. It's like you might be telling people you're unbothered. You could be telling people you're fine, that you're good, everything's wonderful, but it's like people can pick up on this stressed energy. People pick up like something is going on that this person's hiding. We also have forcer. Forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Like, people feel that you are forcing this situation because you're not accepting what's really going on. Instead of confronting the issue, you're in like kind of like a delusional space where you're forcing your idea of like what you want to be happening, but it's not really happening. You're forcing that idea like into your head of like, this is how it needs to be. I hope this makes sense, pile number 3s. Let's go ahead. We're going to read the message from the book for this card here, the Voyage card. And this is just a message from Spirit, okay? This isn't a gossip energy. This is just a message from Spirit. It says, you already have all the answers. You've been feeling lost for a while now, wandering through your life aimlessly, searching everywhere for meaning and never coming up with anything of substance. That's the problem. You keep searching for the answers outside yourself when all the answers can be found within, if you take the time to look. You need a spiritual mentor, and at this point in your life, that person needs to be you. Exactly. Like, you don't look outside of yourself for the answers. I always say this too, like you guys know your story better than I do. You guys know what's best for you, okay? So never like let anybody take that power away from you. This is interesting energy. I kind of want to get a little bit more. Was there anything else for pile 3? What's the gossip? 2 of Pentacles in reverse. People are gossiping and saying that they wish that you would stop taking on so much responsibility. People are gossiping and saying that you bite off way more than you can chew. Like, you are trying to juggle all of these responsibilities, but it's too much. I'm seeing you dropping the ball, and some people are upset and gossiping about the fact that, you know, like, you like can't handle everything you're taking on. Like, you're just taking on way too much. We also have this Queen of Cups in reverse, and to me this is kind of scary because people are gossiping and saying that you're becoming more and more like this person that you are allowing this standard, this low standard from. It's like, because you're allowing them to behave in a certain way, because you're allowing that bare minimum, it's almost like you're vibrating at a similar energy as them. Or like every time they see you, maybe it's like they hear you say something that this person has like put into your head, and people, like the people who love you, just feel like this isn't who you really are. Like, this is just almost like whoever this person is, they're influencing you very strongly. Like, they have so much power and control over you that it's almost like people are really worried about who you're becoming because of what you're allowing, who you're allowing in your life. Yeah. Last message, Spirit. Ace of Swords in reverse. People are saying that you're not being honest with yourself. People are saying that you need to speak up, that you need to be honest about how you're feeling. You need to be honest with yourself. 7 of Wands in reverse. You know, you need to put your guard down. You need to like give yourself validation that it's okay to like not be okay with something. Judgment in reverse. Oh, my cat is playing with the box. Judgment in reverse. Like, you're just not seeing something clearly. Like, people are gossiping saying you're just not seeing something clearly. Like, you don't have to keep repressing this. But that's all I have. I feel like we're getting the same message. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here, pile 3. I really do hope that this was helpful. I hope it resonated. I hope that this was useful to you in some way. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you so much love, light, protection, blessings. Like the video, subscribe, comment. Would love to hear from you guys. Till next time, guys. Bye.